start playing अपना game. Download the app now.
The entire country is feeling a little nervous today. I can feel it. Of course, there are two big results, but the number one that we're discussing here is the IPL 2020. Will it be the capital or will it be the financial capital that will take home the glory of being the champions of the IPL 2020? We'll find out in a couple of hours. Let's find out how our guests feeling today. We've got Bora Majumdar Pragyan Ojha joining in. Also, we'll soon be joined by the director of JSW Sports and the chairman of the IPL Delhi Capitals team, Parth Jindal. So we're just waiting for him. But while he comes in, good afternoon, gentlemen. Nervous? You guys look very calm to me for some reason. I couldn't hold my energy while coming into the show.
we aren't playing. We aren't playing. So all we are playing fantasy. So that we are doing. Having said that, our job is the best. You analyze, you call it, you call whoever's good, you call whoever's bad, and enjoy the last day of what has been a manic 2 months. I mean, I was actually thinking today it's coming to an end. Am I having IPL withdrawal syndrome? Am I having 10:30, 12:30 sports today, Riddhima, Boria, Pragyan? Am I having a withdrawal from that? Who knows? I mean, it's been an incredible tournament. And Delhi Capitals, what a journey for them. Last year playoffs, this year finals, on the cusp of history, as we call it. Parth Jindal, well done. Mumbai Indians, well done. I mean, 5th title, can't be better. 2 top teams at the start of the tournament. If you would have asked Pragyan, I think he would have mentioned these 2 teams. So it's all come down to these 2 teams. Can't be a better final.
It just cannot be a better final, also because you've got 2 cities going at each other. But you have to feel very happy for Delhi, Pragyan. I mean, first time in the finals, and there is a slight chance. Anything can happen on a game.
It definitely, that goes without saying. Delhi, they'll be excited. At the same time, a little bit of nervousness would be there in their team, because this is for the first time, after all those things that has happened with Delhi Daredevils. Now, they have revamped, they have become Delhi Capitals, new players. They have shown a lot of confidence on the younger boys when they made their new team. Now these guys are paying back. And the way things were, dealt with, then when Saurav Ganguly, he was the mentor before taking up the BCCI presidentship. He working closely with Ricky Ponting and Parth and building those team. It was superb. Now everything is just showing the way this. We know Saurav Ganguly, a great leader. We know Ricky Ponting, a great leader. I think they have a vision. They had a vision, and this is what we are seeing now. It has flourished.
Yes, and there we have Parth who joined us. Good afternoon, Parth. Welcome to Sports.
Good afternoon.
We were praising you. I hope you didn't hear that, because then it would be, you would add a few kilos. So much of praise, not good. You have to still win tonight.
No, thank you.
But Parth, welcome. Quick introductions. Deep Dasgupta, Pragyan Ojha, former test cricketers. Riddhima Pathak, our host, me. And all of us were saying how good a campaign it has been for you. Pragyan was just mentioning that the vision you, Saurav and Ricky showed last year, and how Delhi Capitals has evolved as a team. Deep made this point about how at the start of the tournament, you all were so good, then the slump, then good again. The attitude he mentioned in our show. So, Parth, before I hand it over to Riddhima to conduct it, first thoughts, nervous, excited, keen, because like we discussed yesterday, you've created history, but you're on the cusp of incredible glory.
I think first thoughts, when I woke up this morning, I just felt an extreme.
There's a problem.
We're having a technical.
We've got a technical issue, I think. We'll get him back. Yeah.
Yes, we'll get him back. Hi, Deep. Nervous? You look very calm also. For some reason, all of you very calm today.
He's happy. He's happy to head back home.
Absolutely. And maybe it's the calm before the storm or lull before the storm, whatever it is. But yeah, looking forward to it, because I think end of the day, 2 top teams. And just to add to what Pragyan just said, I think this is a team. This is a start of an era, so to say. If DC can get its team together, keep it together, because everyone, if you look at that side, this is like almost Mumbai Indians 5-6 years ago. So all these youngsters together. So you've got the nucleus going for the next 5-6 years easy. Now the biggest challenge is keeping people together, but they've got a side for the future. I mean, and the best part is they only started last year building this side. So in 2 years' time, you're playing the finals, possibly win it, and then move on and carry on. I think they're in the cusp, as Boria mentioned, of something special here. I'm not just talking about this season. I'm just talking about the next few years.
Okay. What are everybody in the bubble saying? Is it Delhi or Mumbai today? What? Give us some
No.
gossip in the bubble.
Gossip in the bubble is about
The bubble
ginger
will burst now. That's the
yeah
gossip.
the ginger tea is nice in the mornings and all that stuff. And
I think ginger tea in the morning is something which tells about the evening that you had.
get lost again.
No,
Okay, we've joined.
that is no longer important, Pragyan. He doesn't need ginger tea.
It's like from within he's recovering. Okay,
Anyway.
saying that there's a very good statement made by Rohit Sharma. A lot of us, we were discussing like, MI, they are a gun side, they have played. Rohit Sharma made a statement saying that, see, the players that they have, they were there in the auction. They did their homework, they picked those players, they made them what they are, and today MI is a team what it is we are seeing. Same with DC. That's a very good statement I felt, because everybody is equal in the auction. It is how you pick the team and how you look at building your team for the next 3-4 years. So I felt that is very sensible. The same goes with DC. We're talking about Dada, we're talking about Ricky, we're talking about Parth, we're talking about their setup. In 2 years' time they're playing finals. So I think it's when you talk about building the team, everybody is at the same level. And then when it comes how you build the team, how you make the team, it is totally on the team's management and the coaches.
Ridhima, I would suggest you take a couple of questions with Parth in case there's a technical issue and he has to drop out. But let's quickly just get him into the discussion.
So let's just start from where we left. Feeling nervous or confident, Parth?
No, I think very excited. I think as a franchise, this is obviously the first time we've ever reached the finals. So we have nothing to lose. I think the team is extremely young, energetic, and hungry. I had the chance to speak to a lot of them yesterday, and they're all just super excited. All the past performances, all the games before this just go out of the window. And this is an opportunity for us to really go for glory and make history as a franchise. I think I was talking to Shreyas and Rishabh and Marcus and all the boys, just raring to go. And I was very nervous before the SRH game, extremely nervous before the RCB game. But today somehow I'm not feeling nervous at all. I'm just feeling really energetic, really excited, and it's such a massive opportunity for the boys to make a mark and to make a name for themselves and create history and be remembered in IPL history as the first players to win Delhi an IPL. So we have a very big opportunity. Obviously, Mumbai Indians is a great side with a great leader and a great setup. But like I said, we have nothing to lose, and we're going to go out there and play a fearless brand of cricket, and that's what DC is all about.
In Hindi in Delhi it would be like, हाँ सामने रोहित शर्मा खड़ा है लेकिन हम तो दिल्ली वाले हैं, हम ही जीतेंगे. It's more like that. But what did Delhi do differently this time?
I think a lot of the foundations were laid in 2008.
Yeah.
We're having a technical glitch again.
Yeah, but I guess the point was correct. Isn't it? I mean, what he was trying to say, that the foundation was laid last year.
Started last season, and like I said, when you build a team, I mean, if you look at great franchises, great teams who've achieved, the idea for me is not about winning 1 year. It's about dominating over a period of time. If you dominate for 5 years, you'll win 2 or 3 years. So the idea is not about just doing well one season. So this team, they started building last season, and like I said, I mean, it's an achievement that in the very second season you're in that cusp. But how I see DC is a team which can dominate or be the top 2-3 teams for the next 5-6 years. And if they do it, I mean, listen, winning is a byproduct. Winning will happen. It's not rocket science. If you get things right in those 5 years, you'll win twice.
Boreza, take me through Ricky Ponting as a man in high-pressured matches.
Somebody who scores 140 against India in a World Cup final. What more do you want? I mean, he single-handedly killed you, right? I mean, and it was an Indian team which had won 8 out of 9, except Australia. If you really think that tournament, we beat everyone. We smashed everyone. I mean, 673 from the master. And then that final happens. You got bowled out for 125 in that game against Australia, and then you got routed in the final. So you didn't stand a chance. That's the fair assessment against Australia. And Ricky Ponting's innings of 140, I think, would be the best innings in a World Cup final. Maybe Adam Gilchrist in 2007 will compare that golf ball story. But other than that, I mean, what other World Cup final innings? I mean, I remember, Clive Lloyd's 100, Vivian Richards' 100, 1979, as comparable. 1983, nobody batted like that. 1987, no one batted like that. 75 odd. 1992, no one batted like that. 96, yes, 100, but I don't think it will compare. 99, one-sided game. 2003 was that. 2007, Gilly. 2011, Mahela, and maybe MS. Those 2 innings. But if you really think that Ponting innings, 359 today in T20 cricket, you get 150 odd, and you say good score. 360 in a 50 over contest. Break it down and see what was going on in 2003. That's the kind of impact Ricky Ponting's had. Ask Parth. I mean, because he's interacting with Ricky Ponting on a daily basis. Pick his brains. How good is Ricky, Parth? And what is the USP of Ricky Ponting?
I think Ricky is, absolutely fantastic. Yesterday, when I had a chance to meet the players, we were talking about what a big achievement this is that Delhi's reached the final, and my father actually congratulated them, and Ricky actually stopped him and said, "Mr. Jindal, with all due respect, we haven't won anything yet, and we haven't come all this far just to be a finalist, and we have to go back with that trophy, and we're going to prepare ourselves to give us the best opportunity to win." So he's got a very fierce hunger and desire to win. He inspires and he, instills confidence in the boys. And the way in which he and last season Dada handled Shreyas Iyer and has groomed Shreyas Iyer, the captain, is something to behold. And it's just we're very fortunate that he's with the Delhi Capitals, and I hope he continues with us for a very long time.
Excellent.
Wow. We've got a couple of viewers who joined in Parth, and we have we've got Aditya Bharadwaj saying, "I want to thank Parth for the transformation of the Delhi franchise. I remember going to a Delhi-Chennai match where there were 90% fans from Chennai. Now I know the Delhi fans will be back in the stadium." This is what Aditya has to say.
No, absolutely. I was in the stadium in 2018 when CSK was playing Delhi Daredevils at the time at the Kotla. And I think 90% is right. There was 90% of the stadium was in yellow. And the same when RCB was playing Delhi Daredevils, everyone was in Delhi was cheering for Kohli. And to see last year the kind of support we got for Delhi, and this year the kind of support we're getting online and through social media, I think Delhi should be very proud of this team, and I hope we can make Delhi more proud every year. I think there is a opportunity for Delhi to be in the top 2 in the IPL on a consistent basis, and that is our aim. And it's amazing that we've been able to reach the finals this year and make the playoffs for a consecutive year, which shows our consistency, which is what we've been going for. But all that is okay. But today we have to go one step further. We have to
before Deep and Pragyan ask you a question, Parth, I mean, one from me, and I'll keep quiet, is forget this franchise for a second. There's something that you guys are doing as JSW, whether it is that Bellary center, which is unparalleled in this country, whether it is the Bengaluru FC football team, which again has dominated the Indian football scape, if I can call it, over the last 5-6 seasons of the ISL. Now it is the Delhi franchise. What are you all doing as a company, as a corporate, to sort of for sport, which is working magic like this? Something you are doing in terms of your philosophy. What is that, if I need to pinpoint?
No, I think thank you for those kind words, Goria. But I think it's having great attention to detail and treating the players in the most professional manner as possible. You know, in business we have large factories, we have large offices, which are our assets. But in sport, the players, the coaches, the physiotherapists, the sports scientists, the nutritionists, the strength and conditioning professionals, these are your assets. And if you treat them in a professional manner, if you think big, you think global, if the US or China can win so many Olympic medals, why can't India? If Brazil can qualify for the FIFA World Cup in football, why can't India? And cricket is a live example of that. The way India dominates cricket is purely because of the professional approach the BCCI has had, the number of infrastructure, number of grounds we have, the fantastic youth setup, the fantastic Ranji Trophy setup that that India is bestowed with. I think that's what makes India so good in cricket. So I think when we approach Delhi Capitals and when we approach the franchise, we said we have to bring learnings from all these various sports, be very professional in our approach, and target for only one thing, and that is to be number one, not just for 1 year. Target for a long term, whether that means investing in the youth in Delhi, whether that means having academies around the country, having scouts around the country. I think it's a very important thing, and I don't think any other franchise has done it better than Mumbai Indians. And we look at them as an aspirational franchise. And when I came in 2018, we said, let's benchmark with Mumbai Indians. Let's learn from everything that they do and take in learnings from what a Manchester United does, or what an Arsenal does, or what a Bengaluru FC does, and bring it to Delhi. And I think it's worked. It's been a fascinating journey, but it's just begun. It's just started, and we have a long way to go.
Excellent. Deep, any question? Pragyan, any question?
Listen, all I'll say, but I think what you just mentioned, I think that's the key here. I mean, it's not about 1 year, it's about 5-6 years, and you've got the team. It's a young side. The nucleus is there. And if you dominate for 5 years, and I've said this before when you weren't there, I said, if you dominate for 5 years, you'll win twice at least. So I think winning a trophy is a byproduct. I think philosophy, as you mentioned, and I'm so glad that a corporate houses like yourself or Mumbai Indians and all, I mean, they're bringing so much to the sport as well. It's not just about winning and franchise. It's about changing the mindset of sports people as well, being more professional, getting the corporate professionalism into sports as well, which is such an important aspect. And one of the things that I guess we in India as sports people miss it. So congratulations, not just this season, for what you've done and what you will hopefully achieve. And for the next 5-6 years, I hope you all dominate the IPL.
Pragyan?
Parth, if I may. First of all, I think I don't want to congratulate now. I'll wait for the evening. So I was listening to you, and as a cricketer, I really felt proud. Having those. End of the day, you invest a lot of your money, a lot of your time. But saying that, what hit me hard was, what I felt really nice about it was, you're giving that time to everybody to flourish. Sports is something which you cannot guarantee that, if you have a certain set of things that will give you championships or wins. You as a unit, I've seen the same with MI. When you spoke about your benchmark is MI, the way they've built their brand, the way they build their team. I think it's a great approach, and saying that, I think I'm very excited because the way you guys are thinking about how to go about it and how to plan things, because this is very important. A lot of owners I've seen there's a lot of undue pressure on players when they're on the ground because of the involvement of a lot of things. I don't want to go deep into it, but it was refreshing to hear that you are really looking at sports though it should be looked at. For that, I would like to thank you from our fraternity to have that kind of mindset.
So quickly, can I just add one of the memories of this tournament is this part. You waving the DC flag when DC was losing. I'll remember that. You were there in the stand and DC was, I think it was a CFC game. You had almost lost that game. I think somebody hit a four and you were waving that flag. And that passion. I mean, listen, it comes from the top. You know it. I mean, don't have to. But that passion, I'm sure it just filters down to every single person. And that is one of the memories, one of the pictures that I'll remember for a while.
No, thank you. I think. See, whether we win or lose, I think we have to back our players. And like for example, this season, Rishabh has not had a great season, and he's had issues timing the ball. He's had issues with his fitness, and but Rishabh Pant has been one of the biggest assets for Delhi. And yeah, I was chatting with him yesterday, and I said, Rishabh, yeah, don't worry about anything in the past. You are the future of Delhi. You are the future of India, and we will, as owners, always back. And it's very easy as an owner to be very fickle and to say that next year I'm going to remove these players, I'm going to bring in new players, I'm going to change it up, I'm going to do this. But that's not fair in sport. It's not fair in life. People have downturns, and then they come back up, and it's a support you can provide during that time that really makes the difference. Like, look at Ishan Kishan this year. I mean, where was he last 2-3 seasons? He was a non-entity, and this year, because of the kind of backing and the kind of support MI has given him over the years, look at it today. He's absolutely flourishing, and he's an asset for the country, not only for Mumbai Indians. So these are the stories this is the difference between being there for your players, backing them, and not backing them. And
Excellent.
we will always back our players.
Excellent. Ridhima,
And the last one, Parth, we are glad that you have your voice back. Boryada was saying
That's what he told me.
Louder.
I had wanted him to come on the show yesterday. So I was pushing him come on the show yesterday, and he said, I've completely lost my voice. I can only come tomorrow, which is what I told you all. But if you see, I think it was at one wicket, the way he was going with the passion, I'm not surprised that he lost his voice.
When we got Warner out.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just glad it's back in time for the
If
final.
you hear Jeetega by Jeetega, that is me yelling today.
Maybe.
Parth, has anyone confused you with Ashwin?
Oh my God. I told my mom, I hope you were not in the Kumbh Mela, and I hope we didn't get separated in the Kumbh Mela.
Also, Parth, we've got a lot of viewers who are wanting to speak to you. I'll just take one very quickly. Arun Kumar is saying, can you please tell Parth that picking Marcus Stoinis in the second chance in the auction was a master stroke, and according to him, he's been the best all-rounder in the IPL so far. Is there anything you'd like to say to Arun?
No, I think Arun, I completely agree. I think Stoinis has been absolutely huge and immense for us. With the bat, with the ball, the energy he brings on the field, and he's genuinely such a nice, humble person. Obviously, coming off a very very big bash as well, where he was the highest run scorer as an opener. That was something that was in our minds all the time. But having three openers and three quality openers in Prithvi Shaw, Ajinkya Rahane, and Shikhar Dhawan, we didn't know how to bring him in as an opener. But last game we took that gamble, and it really paid off. So I think with the ball as well, Stoinis is giving us a lot, and we're expecting big things from him today. And in the auction, we were very clear that we were missing a very a quality international all-rounder. Obviously, with Akshar Patel, we had a very good Indian all-rounder already going into the season. But we were missing an international all-rounder and someone who can finish games for us. And I think Stoinis was someone we had to take a gamble on because he prefers to play up the order. But it's panned out really well. Obviously, he had a barren run in the middle as well, but I think when we went 0 for 3 against Mumbai Indians in the first qualifier, he got that opportunity to come in against fast bowling, and that's when we saw that he was looking completely at ease with Bumrah, completely at ease with Coulter-Nile, and he came back and told Ricky that, Ricky, see, I've been telling you, give me a chance up the order. So I think
these are great stories.
It's great.
But now tell me,
it was a blessing to go 0 for 3 also.
Now tell me, if you win, are we getting you back on Sports Today and India Today with the trophy? Yes or no? Say yes to that.
You will get me back after my voice recovers.
No. We would want to celebrate in some way, some voice, whatever voice, but something. What you all did, we want to know that from you, from the horse's mouth. And
no, absolutely. We've organized I can tell you all. I can reveal. We've organized a small party after the match is over, win or lose, for the players who are not in the bubble. So we'll be missing several of our big names, but I think the players who are not going to Australia we're all going to attend. We're all going to just kick back and have a drink and just reflect on the season. And hopefully, while we're reflecting, there's the IPL trophy near us somewhere.
So you get us a video of that part, not the drinks, but the video of that, so that we can play it out for our viewers and the Delhi fans. That what happened there.
If I remember, I will 100% do that.
I'll keep calling you. Don't worry. That's my job to do.
Amazing part.
Amazing. Yes, Pragyan, go.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying, I'll just like to wish you all the very best. The way I've seen Akash, being so passionate about MI, I'm seeing the same. I've interacted with him very closely, so I know. And when I'm hearing you, I feel the same passion. So wishing you all the very best.
Pragyan, very, very funny story. Akash and I went to college together. So yes. he was my junior in college in the States. And from 2008 to 2012 we were together, and he used to always talk about Mumbai Indians, and he used to always tell me about it, and I used to think, man, this guy is so passionate, he's so crazy. I used to sometimes even laugh at him, and now I feel like he's laughing at how passionate I am. So it's
amazing.
So Ridhima, there's a battle within a battle.
I was in the stadium when you destroyed Australia in Wankhede, so I'm a big fan of your bowling, and I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you so much. So kind of you.
Well, I can only say all the best to you, Parth, and I just hope that the year 2020 is with you. And please tell your captain that I'm a huge fan. So hopefully we have him on India Today, on Sports Today as well. So all the best to you. Gentlemen, anything that you want to say to Delhi Capitals for the win?
All the best, Parth, and not just for this year. I mean, just get this thing going. I guess all the way.
Anyone who's a sports fan, once COVID goes, go to their center in Bellary and see the facility. That's all I can say.
Yes, please.
If you want to go.
It'll be our honor to host you.
Yeah. So what they have done for Olympic sport, they were doing the India House in Tokyo. That is not money talking. That is real crazy passion talking, because there's no returns. A business person will obviously invest when there are returns. I've got no problem saying it. This is a different kind of commitment that I'm seeing from corporate India, young corporate India, which gives me hope. He was there at my book launch in Mumbai, him, Sachin and the lot, Abhinav. So we are expecting a better 2021 thanks to these guys. So Parth Jindal, you're good for sport. I've said this in the past and I'm saying it. Deep, Pragyan, Ridhima and me, all of us. May the best team win. May the best team win, but you have a great game.
I hope today we can take the trophy to the capital city. It'll be amazing. It'll just be amazing.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
They've won it 4 times. Why do they need to win it again? Give us.
And this isn't even here. This isn't even here anyways.
But thank you. Thank you, and
Thank you.
we'll talk again soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Best wishes.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
All right, Boryada, let's shift gears to our fantasy team that we didn't take yesterday. And it's the big day.
It's the last time. No, not the last time, but Australia is coming. Okay. Fantasy team, the two people who I think can really make a difference for Delhi are Marcus Stoinis and Shimron Hetmyer. I've actually gone with a very unconventional fantasy team. I've gone with 6-5 in favor of Mumbai. But my 5 players from Delhi are Shikhar Dhawan, Marcus Stoinis, Shimron Hetmyer, Akshar Patel and Ravichandran Ashwin / Akshar Patel dropped for Kagiso Rabada. That's the 5. So I'm actually going with these 5. From Mumbai Indians, it's Bolt and Bumrah. It is Quinton de Kock and Surya Yadav and Ishan Kishan. And I've taken a punt for that 6th spot for my multiple teams with Rohit, Pollard and Pandya. That's how I've gone, different teams, 1-1 each. So that's the team I'm going with, 6-5. If DC has to win, I think Stoinis, Dhawan and Shimron Hetmyer have to fire as batters. I think it's Mumbai, but I've tried to back myself up with DC assuming, and I've kept Deep's advice in mind about Dew. I've kept Pragyan's advice in mind. So that's how I formulated this team of mine.
All right. Deep, content with that? Any changes?
No, nothing. I just want to be. Want to see whether when they use Akshar enough or not in this game. Because last time Akshar bowled 1 over against Mumbai Indians because of the number of left-handers. Or did not play. Sorry, he did not play the last.
He did not play.
He did not play the last game against MI. Against Kings 11, I think when Gale was batting, he bowled only 1 over. So I actually want to see how they use Akshar. Do they actually use Akshar at all, or they just go in with an extra seamer and Praveen Dubey and Ashwin?
But if I am there, I'll definitely go with Akshar. I'll go with a medium pacer instead of Praveen Dubey. I'll go with a medium pacer because Praveen Dubey, with all due respect to this boy, he's not been a part of that setup, and suddenly playing these big matches, if he collapse, then it'll be a problem. That's what I feel. I will go with the guy who's been regularly playing for me. With a medium pacer, because last game I thought Dubey was not getting his dues. So instead of him, if there's due, you can go with a medium pacer who can give you those couple of overs at least.
Okay. All right. So before we close the show, I'm just going to revise the predictions. We've got Pragyan saying MI. We've got Deep saying MI. I've got myself saying MI. And Boryada is saying DC. Any changes? That's it. It's all in the cards. Fantastic. So
Deep, when are you flying back? Can't wait for the chocolates here.
Don't worry, coming. But I just add a caveat to that. I think the toss will be important.
Yes.
Toss will be important. But last game, one thing I learned. It was very well put by somebody that when you're playing a crunch game, you bat first. That's a very good thinking. Where if you have that 190, 200, and which these two teams are capable of, if somebody puts that score on the board like 190 or 200, then the dynamics changes. You have that pressure of getting those runs.
So there is. I follow a thumb rule in big matches. Batting first, add another 20 runs. Scoreboard pressure in 50 overs game. Add another 10 runs. In a T20 game. So if they give 160, it's actually 170 chasing that. So that's obviously there. But it's a very tricky thing. In last game in Abu Dhabi, it does not. Dew does not have that great an effect because of the open stadium and it's quite breezy. But in Dubai, because it's enclosed, can have an effect. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. क्या होगा क्या नहीं वो हमें थोड़ी देर में पता चली जाएगा. Gentlemen, all the best to all 3 of you. And all the best to Delhi and Mumbai. It's the finals of the IPL 2020. It doesn't get bigger than this. As sports fans, all of us are going to come out smiling. And we're just hoping it's a great, great, great match ahead. See you post the match.